burnout itself, when you're like totally, I can't do anything, I don't want to do anything. All the things, like, yes, I'm gonna share this with the people, I'm bringing this to Canada. So it's super, super excited. And I look at the clock and it's been 2 hours and I haven't fallen asleep yet. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and your mind starts to think and you can fall asleep. Or in the morning you wake up early and you can go back. Push through this. This is exciting. I want to do it. But then stress starts to creep in. Empty out. You're like totally. It's like the batteries are down. Work. Okay, now let's put work aside and then family back up. So it's always this.
It's always ups and downs.
Life balance is one thing that if you don't have it, then you can experience burnout. And because you're starting out, you start saying yes to everything. Or pregnant, or yes, I want to do that. Do you want to run yoga for women? Yes, do you want? Oh, I feel stressed. I can. This is exactly how I feel. I'm so stressed out. Like you. Oh my god.
Hello everyone, welcome to Wings of Women Business Talk Show. I'm Grace, I'm mindset coach and hypnotherapist.
And I'm Chandni Desai. I'm a certified digital marketer and I own the digital marketing agency GoWebis Tech Media.
We have created this platform with one powerful mission, is to lift, inspire and support women entrepreneurs everywhere. Whenever you are just dreaming up your business or already building your brand or running a thriving enterprise, this space is for you. Here we will talk about the real stories, the struggle and the breakthrough, and the unstoppable passion that drive women like you to trace your vision. And guess what? You are not alone. We are bringing in industry experts, mentors to guide you, cheer for you, and help you grow. Right here, live on the show. So buckle up before your journey is about to take flight. Big welcome to our Wings of Women, where every woman's voice gets heard and every story gets its spotlight. Okay, let's start. Today we are invite a very, very special guest, and she also is my best friend, Tina. Tina is a yoga teacher and a community wellness facilitator. We will be diving into a very important topics of today. Maybe you can see from our background. Yes, this is our topic today is how to find our work-life balance and recover from burnout.
And it's something that know many of you going through the same stage. So we are going to discuss a deep conversation on the topic of the burnout or how to work-life balance.
Okay, Tina, let's start the first one. The first one is the topic I really, really like. It's about your brand story. So can you just tell us, all the people, is there any story behind your brand?
Oh, that's a really great question. First of all, thank you so much for having me over on your show as a guest. I'm really excited to be here. And I'm Tina, and I'm the founder of Karma Burn Yoga. And it's a really interesting thing because yoga has been a part of my life for more than 20 years. And I was doing yoga back in Hungary and Serbia before I moved to Canada with my family. And I was always passionate about helping women. And now I'm helping women to reconnect with their true selves with yoga, meditation, and relaxation. And that's something that I really, really love to do. And I started Karma Burn Yoga because I always wanted to have just like a yoga brand, and that's how Karma Burn Yoga started.
Perfect. So as a brand perspective, I would like to ask you, like, how do you decide your brand name, or like how do you decide your logo? Is there any inspiration behind it that you choose this kind of logo, or if you want to say something about it?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I know when you choose a name for your company or for your brand, it's always really hard to decide.
Exactly.
But for me, it was kind of this name showed up when I was younger. Like I always mention, oh, like karma, and then I'm like, oh, karma burns, because I imagined it like in this life we're burning all the bad karma that we're bringing with us, so that you can like elevate yourself to the next level or get enlightened. So that's how the name karma burn came to life. And that's how I started it.
Perfect. Yeah, I also asked this question just because that the brand basically represent what you are doing with your brand and how you believe in your brand. That that's why this is like really important when we choose our name for our business. It's really important that it can connect with our personality or our business nature. So, of course, this really nice that you believe that the karma thing, which is really nice.
Yeah, yeah. This is a very good to know that. Because why we put it this as a first question, because we all just when we were introducing ourselves, we are the founder of, and we were 101, we are the founder, I'm the founder of the Kamuga Yoga. But we never know, ask you why you have this name and why you decided logo with the hand and do a fire on top of it.
Yeah, that's actually a good question how the logo came, because the name came first, and I know not for everyone, it's sometimes it's the other way around, but I wanted, okay, I want a logo. So it started with a deep meditation. I was like meditating about it. Okay, so what would represent what I am creating and what I am offering? And it always seemed like a hand, because like I'm offering something. I'm offering yoga, I'm offering peace, I'm offering calm, and just burn all the bad things. So that's why it's like a hand. It's like everything bad burns away, and what's left is the true self and you.
That's really thoughtful.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Okay, yeah. Because later, I know our audience will keep watching our backdrop there. And we will talk about later is Tina do a lot of the good thing for our community, right?
Okay, so like a lot of audience are familiar, maybe not familiar with the burnout, because as previously, maybe I also don't know what is the exact meaning of the burnout. So do you want to explain to our audience that what is the meaning of burnout?
And when I experienced burnout in the past, I also didn't know what that is. But after that, like when I was over it, that's when I like was learning about it and reading up on it, and that's like, oh yeah, I had that. That is burnout. And if I would need to find a definition for it, I would say that burnout is when your mind, body, and soul is running on empty. Like you just emptied out. You're like totally. It's like the batteries are down, but you still keep pushing yourself, and you still keep going, and you push yourself to do more, to do, and so that's when burnout. That's what burnout is, and that's what happens.
Okay, so did you personally ever experience that, or you realize that you were like heading towards the burnout?
Oh, that's a really great question. The first time I experienced it many times, and one of the most interesting things when I experienced it is when I started my business here in Canada, Karma Burn Yoga. Because as a new business owner, like you have a lot of things to do, and like I'm super excited about everything. Like yes, I'm starting this yoga business. I'm gonna run the classes. I'm gonna do like all the things. Like yes, I'm gonna share this with the people. I'm bringing this to Canada. So I'm super excited. And then I, with the help of the Women Business Hub, I enrolled in a program. They helped me start my business, and then you started learning things. Okay, yes. This is how you start your business. Then you write your business plan, you register the name, then you get like different licenses, business licenses. Then you open a bank account. Okay, how do I open a bank account? Where do I open a bank account? And you start learning about all these things. Like everything, and everything is super exciting, and you want to do it right away. Or I'm the type of person, yes, I'm gonna do it. How do you do this? And then you do that, and the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and you feel like energized, and you have energy for everything. And I felt like, oh, I can take on the world. Like, yes, I can do everything.
I can see your excitement right now, so 100%.
Yeah, and then because you're starting out, you start saying yes to everything, and it's always like, oh, like, okay, like, do you wanna run yoga for, I don't know, pregnant women? Yes, I want to do that. Do you want to run yoga for women? Yes. Do you want? Oh, I feel stressed. I can run yoga for stress. My back hurts. Yes, we'll do yoga for back pain, and then you start doing all these things, and I'm like, yes, I want to do online classes. I can't come to. Yes, I'll do online live classes. I record a YouTube video. I have a YouTube. I will build a website. I will have online yoga for all the things.
And then you burn yourself.
Yeah, that would be like the short version, but it's not that fast because then you start doing these things, and the next thing that happens is. For me was that I always think about the next step. I need to do this. I start to plan, and your mind starts to just do things. And then it's the evening. I'm like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. And you are in bed, and you can't fall asleep because your mind, okay, tomorrow I'm going to call the bank, set an appointment, go to the bank, ask them what the bank account is, or there's like a problem, for an example. Like, oh, you can't get a credit card because your credit score is low. What's a credit score? You just start to think about this, and I look at the clock, and it's been 2 hours, and I haven't fallen asleep yet. And then I wake up in the middle of the night, and my mind starts to think, and you can fall asleep. Or in the morning, you wake up early, and you can go back. So you start to become like tired, exhausted. And it affects everything in your life, but you're still like feeling like, yes, I want to do it. I want to push through this. This is exciting. I want to do it. But then stress starts to creep in because you're not getting enough. You're not getting enough self-care.
It basically kills you slowly.
Slowly, yeah, but sometimes you don't notice it. So, and for me, I also didn't notice it. And for stress, then you have like physical symptoms. So my head hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts, so your body starts to break down slowly. And for me, I was running a 6-week yoga program for relieving stress and anxiety for women's health. And I was like telling them about the symptoms of stress. And while I was like telling, yes, and yoga helps with that, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly how I feel. I'm so stressed out. Like, oh my God. And I recognized it. And I was like, okay, no worries. I'm running this yoga program. Yoga is exactly for that. And then throughout the 6 weeks, what happened is, like all the participants, like the women are like, yes, I can fall asleep again. Like you taught me that breathing technique, that meditation. I just do that and I fall asleep. And everybody's so relaxed. Like my back doesn't hurt because we did yoga. Because as women, we tend to store stress in 3 different areas in our bodies. So it's either like the hips, the low back, or the shoulders, neck. So you will notice like, oh, my neck is really, really bad. And like every week we did yoga for different areas, and everyone felt better. And I was like, I'm doing the same thing, and I'm not feeling better. I'm feeling really, really bad. Like, why? Why is this happening? And then what happens next, and this is actually the next stage of burnout, is that you start like resenting things. For me, it was like I wasn't excited to go to my yoga class, to run a yoga class. It was like, oh no, I have to run a yoga class again. But before, I was like, that's my passion. I love to do that. So you don't enjoy the things that you usually passionate about. You're not motivated, and everything feels like a chore. It's something that you must do. And it's like the list is endless. There's like endless things to do about your business, I don't enjoy the business side of it, or like, I don't know, that's fine, but like not enjoying the thing that you are excited about. So that's really, really like bad. And then the next stage hits, which is actually the burnout itself, when you're like totally, I can't do anything, I don't want to do anything, you feel isolated from everyone, and even though I'm in class, like talking to others, but like no one understands me, and then you don't sleep, you start drinking caffeine, like coffee, which is bad for you, then you eat more sugar, and then it's like a downward spiral from there, because you're just not resting and not listening to the signals of your body and what's going on, and just like putting all this pressure, and everything feels like it's urgent, but you feel like I can't keep this up, but you just don't know how to stop and how to exit that, which is the biggest part. And then you become like, for me it was like, I was like, I can't do this, I don't want to do anything, so you start like, I don't know, like watching series one after the other, and like not sleeping, but like watching one series and like watching season one like in one day, but and you have so much to do, but you're like, no, I can't, no, I'm like doing this, and it just affects like every area of your life because you're so depleted. And so I think that's what burnout is. And if you recognize the symptoms, then you can stop it along the way so you don't hit that rock bottom. Because the deepest version is you need a lot of rest, recharge, and recovery to come back from that deepest one. Which for some people it might take even 6 months or a year to recover if they start like hating their jobs or like the businesses or something that they do, they just can't and they need to take a break because they were overworking themselves and then they just need to go back.
Yeah.
So from Tina, what Tina said, that is almost 3 to 4 stage to give you a chance to notice that you have some problem. You have to right now just slow down or even force yourself. Otherwise, you will from a very passionate person to lose any interest on anything, even the one you passion. But I'm so happy to hear that you found out the way out. Later we will ask you some, you will give us some tips.
As you see, like for the Tina's experience, like I know that whenever we start our business, everyone is very excited to do all of the things like all together. But basically, it's gonna build up your burnout, and you are getting drained out a lot. So I would say like maintaining or scheduling your things from the very start, it's going to be like help you to reduce your burnout. So we will take a break here and we will come back and we'll talk more about the burnout and the work-life balance with Tina. Welcome back to the Wings of Woman. Are you a woman with a dream, a business, or even just burning idea waiting to take off? Wings of Woman is your platform to shine. No matter where you are on your entrepreneurship journey, just starting, growing, or soaring, we want to hear your story. You can share your journey, get the real-time expert advice, connect with a powerful sisterhood, and promote your business to the world. This is your moment, your stage, your spotlight. Join Wings of Woman where passion meets purpose and every woman gets a wings to fly. DM us now or apply through the link to be our next guest speaker. So let's deep dive into the other half of the conversation now about the work-life balance. So as an entrepreneur, it can be really hard to maintain the balance between the personal life and the professional life. And I feel that every woman facing the same issue. Like, how do you feel about your work-life balance? Or how do you manage your personal and professional life?
Well, managing a professional and personal life, it wasn't easy at first. And I think that it never becomes easier because I always feel that it's really like balancing something in your one hand and then like it's work, it's life, and then like trying to so that either of those wouldn't suffer. And in the past, like when I experienced burnout, because we're talking about burnout, it's always when work would be more important, or like even in my head, or just taking more time, giving the work or the business more time, energy, and thought than to family or to other things, and then it takes over. So it's always, I believe so you can't really, or for me, I couldn't really find a way when both would be equal. So there are periods when work is more, and it's more important to do these things, but then I know that family will a bit suffer, and then you take back like work, okay, now let's put work aside, and then family back up. So it's always this
It's always ups and downs, I would say.
ups and downs, and just balancing it so that you can have both at the same time, or one is more important and then the other is down. And about burnout, I think that work-life balance is one thing that if you don't have it, then you can experience burnout. And just having clear boundaries about work, even if it's work hours. So working, for me currently, it's like working on certain days on my yoga business. And then just like you would work in an office job where you go in, do it, and then it's the end, and what I did that day, that's it. I will have another day when I continue it, and like not answering messages outside of work hours, not answering emails, or like not thinking about it, which is like always the hardest, like not to think about it. Or in the evening when I put my son to bed and I have time, oh, I could write that email that I haven't been written. And no, you just don't do that, because then it goes into the other side, and you're always like working and working and overthinking. And actually, I grew up in a family which my parents also had their family business, and I saw how it can take over like your whole life, and it's always when you're a business owner, like you're working 24/7, even on weekends, but it really takes a toll. And I learned from them that they were always like work, and they're like, okay, now we're taking time off, so we're like recharging, having fun, doing, and then like, okay, work. For me, I try this, and it doesn't really work that way. So for me, it's better to work and then rest, then work a little more, then have rest. And it doesn't necessarily have to be rest like sleeping, but like the other ways, like spending time with family, like going out or going for a walk. That's also like a rest, like a different type of thing. So,
I like your way of doing the things, so we are not like totally drained out and then we are getting hydrated. So I think like little this and that, I think that's good hydrating, right? Yes.
Yeah, I really 100% agree with you because we are difficult to find a balance. So, and also as a woman, if we want to put more on our business, because the society always say that women need to be family go first, but but for us as a woman entrepreneur, we want to telling the people that we can have the balance, but at the end is you will burn out, and then sometime maybe you will just sacrifice your family. So I agree with you as your tips is giving yourself is a time, have a good schedule for yourself, because when I become a manifestation coach, and my mentor always just telling us, because before we have to direct message our client and we want to book one-on-one call with them. And I always struggle is what time I need to set with my off time. Okay? 7 or 8? No, because before my habit is 3:30. I already finished work. But now because of my own business, I need to work until 8 p.m. It's too much for me. And then but I would think because my client maybe is from the Asian, there are 14 hours differences. Mean that I need to be the midnight is their good time. But is that I'm willing to be like that? And then I remember my manager say one thing is, if that one is your ideal client, they will find you, they will see you. They are not, the time is not the problem. Then if you always struggle about what time I have to finish my work, then why you pick the hour you don't like? You just pick your hour, stick with the plan, and then the things will come to you. So then now I never struggle about, okay, when is my time to work, when is my time to play. So yeah, you give us a very, very good idea.
That's true. And like it's about understanding where our energy is going. Like sometimes we get lost in our work, sometimes we get lost in our family. So like I really would like to ask you that what tools or what strategy you are using to manage your energy level. That like okay, for now you have to be like more energetic on your work side, or maybe sometime you have to be like more energetic for your own family, for your kid. So like how do you have any tools or any strategies that you follow for that?
Oh yes, but I think the most important one, like for me to prevent burnout and not to get burned out, is actually saying no to things and not to say yes to everything. Which is, like, for me as a woman, it's really hard to say no to things, especially if it's business related and it's like a business opportunity. Like, oh, do you want to run yoga classes? And in the beginning, I was saying yes to everything. But then like you burn out and like figuring out which works with my lifestyle. So currently I try to work while my son is in school and while my husband is working. So throughout the day. But everyone wants to do yoga in the evening. So that means that I could run yoga classes in the evening, but I choose not to. So I choose to run like mom and baby yoga classes. I choose to run like kid yoga classes, like for seniors and for everyone who is available throughout the day because that's when I want to work. But it also means saying no to other opportunities which are in the evening. And for me, it was really hard to say no at first, but then I realized that I'm not really saying no. So if I say no, I can't run yoga classes. But if I say yes, I'm gonna run yoga class in the evening, it means that I'm saying no to putting my son to bed, having dinner together with the family. So thinking about that way, that okay, I either say no, I won't run this yoga class this evening, or I say no to putting him to bed, doing all the other things, which is easier for me because then I can like, is this currently more important than the other one, and then you can decide that way. That helps. And other tools which I use to come back from burnout is actually yoga, all yoga related. I did or I have a 5 day bedtime yoga, which is exactly because I couldn't fall asleep in the evening, and I was like, but yoga can help with that. So it's just a 15-minute practice that you do before bed, and it helps you to fall asleep easier. It calms your mind. You don't think that much. It also moves your body, and you just get a good night's rest. So that's one thing that I do. Another really important thing for me is always relaxation, and I do guided relaxations, and I do yoga like for the body if I start experiencing stress. But the relaxation I love the most is called yoga nidra, which is deep rest, and it's also called yogic sleep because yoga nidra, they say that 20 minutes of yoga nidra equals to like 2 hours of sleep. So I kind of cheat with this when I stay up or like can't fall asleep and I didn't do yoga. Then the next day I do like this guided yoga nidra, and it really like refreshes the body and it helps with that as well. So that's my tool. Kind of cheat. I feel like it's cheating.
You know, Tina, before I met you almost 2 years, I think, in this 2 year, I always think that you are a very smart person. And why? Because you find a lot of, you can see a lot of opportunity, of course, but also you can see a lot of the option in front of you. Because doing this show, I letting more know you more. Because I hear two things: you want to get the balance between the family, so that's why you bring in the baby yoga, because baby yoga is the mom don't need to go to work. Morning time they can do.
Yeah.
So you can just using your son school time you can do. And you achieve both things. So you are so smart. And then you mentioned about is the 5 day bedtime yoga. And those things is because you experience your burnout, you cannot sleep. And then doing that yoga just like 2 hours, and then you say, okay, it's not a treaty, but it's work. People are seeking, like you, seeking the way to helping them to recover and to back to on track. But you giving this way is they can see yoga in another different way. So I'm just so happy for you because you will build up your business in a different way. You will have the bunny yoga, baby yoga, and you can see it's because this is getting not that much. So you can see the gap and you feel that gap. So you will be very shy in the future. Now I will give you the last question. So I just want to ask, if now you have a chance, you could meet someone, one person. This person it can be a celebrity, or you admire, or even already passed away, or whatever. So who is that person?
Oh, it would definitely be Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay. Why?
I don't know, like she's so awesome. Like she's the queen of the universe. No, I would definitely meet with Beyonce, and I would love to have like a dinner together or something, and I would just pick her brain, ask her like a lot of things, like also about like business, of course, because she's like the ultimate businesswoman, and then also like about being famous and things like that, and especially how do you balance this? So I would want to know how does she do it, and did she burn out ever, and how did she recover? And maybe I would offer her my yoga program to try out. It's available on my website, like even the bedtime yoga. So you just go to karmaburnyoga.com and you can find the bedtime yoga. You can find the 6-week yoga program for relieving stress. So like,
Yes.
and Beyonce, if you're listening, visit my website.
Yes, visit your website because this lady is so crazy.
I think you can do manifestation for it and you will achieve it. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Maybe not now, maybe after, but you can.
Yeah, maybe for this I would need Grace's help for sure. Like to help me manifest.
Yeah, of course. Like she is like really good at the manifestation. We really need her for that.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you so much for all the people in front of the camera and behind our camera, our audience, and Tina and Chandeline. So, thank you for you to joining us today. We really hope that you find some value in this conversation about work-life balance and burnout. We want to leave you with this. Take care of your mind and body, and remember that it's okay to take a break when you need it.
Sure. And like if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to join us next time. We also love to share like more stories with you. Maybe any one of the story can inspire that probably fulfill our vision and mission, especially for the women entrepreneurs. And like share your own experience with your work-life balance and the burnout with us. That would be great. Like you can do it on, or maybe comment on us on the social media. We have like a wingsofwoman.ca. You can do it over there, and you never know, your story might help like a lot of people out there, right?
Yes. Also, don't forget to join our community and get connect. Our website is wingsofwomen.ca. So take care. See you on the next episode.